Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm a physio here at the Physio Co. Today we're going to be looking at the knee joint. So the knee joint is actually the largest joint in the body and it's also one of the easiest to see. It's made up of your femur, your tibia and your patella, more commonly called your kneecap. So knee pain is a very, very common experience for people, especially as we get older. It can affect the way that we walk, the way that we stand up, the way that we get in and out of a car, and the way that we do our daily activities. So what are some common causes of knee pain? Some common causes of knee pain are osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, injuries to the ligaments, the meniscus or the cartilage, and also bursitis. It's important to pause here for a second and talk a little bit about total knee replacements. A lot of people have success with conservative strategies for managing their pain and for improving the movement of their knee, even before getting to the point of surgery. You may be able to avoid it altogether. Some people do, when they do have the surgery, it can go really well, but some people often have some ongoing pain too. So these exercises can be used to address a number of knee pain issues, and the main way that we do that is by strengthening the muscles surrounding the knee. Strengthening the muscles that support the knee can be a really effective way to manage pain. So we've got some big muscles. You have your quads, your calves, and your hamstrings that support the knee joint. So the more supported the knee joint is, the less pain you may experience. Consistency in exercising is really important as strength is built up over time. So it's important to have a regular exercise routine that you stick to get the best results. With that being said, we're going to jump into some examples that you can use for managing your knee pain. So beginner level exercises are suitable for those that haven't had much experience exercising for knee pain, maybe have just had a recent injury, or people that are recovering for surgery or about to go into surgery. So I'm going to demonstrate a few basic exercises for your knee, and you can follow along at home. The beginner level exercises are all about getting good movement to the knee. So getting the knee joint used to moving and getting some of the muscles used to working and getting a little bit stronger in preparation for some more advanced exercises. So we're going to start off with an exercise called knee extension. So basically that just means straightening out the knee. So with this exercise, you want to keep the knee as straight as you can. You want to try and get as much movement in as is comfortable, and you want to keep your toe pointed to the ceiling. Okay. The next exercise I want to show you is called knee flexion. So this is bringing the foot back and forwards, back and forwards. And you can see this is just getting the knee bending and getting the muscles in your leg working. And you can do this with one leg if you have one knee that is particularly sore, or you can do it with both. Okay, for the next exercise, you're going to need something that you can rest your foot on. So that might be a little stool, or in my case here, I've got a little step. A little bit close, you just want to bring your foot up on top, just so your leg can get flat. And basically you're just going to tense the muscles in your quad and try and push your knee down a little bit. So I'll demonstrate what I mean, just like that. So you can see the muscles in my leg turning on, and it's just pushing that knee down a little bit. So you can tell this is quite a gentle exercise. The knee's not moving too much, so this is a really good one if knee movement is extremely painful. Good work. Now we're going to do some stretches. So just get you to shuffle to the end of the chair, put one leg out straight and one leg bent. I'm just going to slide your hand down your leg as far as is comfortable. So you should feel a stretch down the back of your leg. And with this stretch, you can always adjust how big of a stretch you want. You can go a little bit further, if you're feeling more flexible, or you can come back up. Just wherever you start to feel that stretch, you can just hold it there. And your muscles should start to loosen up a little bit as you stretch, so you can go a little bit further as you go along. Okay. And again, you can do that on both sides, or you can do that just on the side that you're exercising. It's really up to you. Okay, so this exercise can be done lying down, but I'm going to show you a seated version. So it's called the straight leg raise. So for the seated version, we're practically going to be in that same position. So having one leg bent and one leg straight out, but instead of leaning forward and stretching, we're going to lift this leg straight up and back down. So you can hold on to something if you need to, just a bit of stability. And straight up and straight back down. So you might be able to feel those muscles in your quads, really working to lift that leg, keep it still, and to bring it back down again. This is a really fantastic exercise for your knee joint and for your whole lower limb. One more. Well done. Okay, so the last one here, shuffle across a little bit, and stepping out to the side and back into the center. So this is just a nice and gentle one, just to get your legs moving, your heart rate up a little bit, and that knee joint moving. Okay, we're going to move on to some more advanced exercises now. So continue working on those ones that we've just gone through until you feel happy and confident, and then you can step up and try some of these more advanced exercises. So these advanced standing exercises are for people that have had some experience before with doing exercise for their knee pain, or maybe you've been to a health professional that's recommended and cleared you to do some standing exercises. So these exercises are for you. The first is standing up, and you can do this holding onto something for a bit more stability, and just lifting your foot up and bending your knee. So this is called a hamstring curl. The important one with this is you do want to get most of that movement in your knee instead of, lifting your hip. You just want to be really just bending that knee back and trying to get it, if you can, to about 90 degrees. Beautiful. Next up is a double leg calf raise. So this is going up on your toes and back down onto your heels. So as the name implies, this is strengthening the muscles in your calves, which is really important to stabilize that knee. You want to make sure that you're going directly up and directly down, not getting a rock into it. So really try to make sure that your feet are planted, and then you're pushing up through your toes and then coming back down. Okay. For the next exercise, you're going to bring your feet about hips width apart. You're just going to do a little squat. So again, you can hold on to something if you need to. Otherwise, you can just have your arms down by your side. You can put them across your chest. Very good, keep going. Okay, well done. For this next exercise, you'll need a chair. So this is a really functional one, especially for those day-to-day tasks and times where you're getting up out of a chair. It's also a really good exercise to strengthen your whole lower limb because it involves the muscles in your hips, in your thighs, in your calves and your ankles. So this is standing up from a chair and then sitting back down. Really straightforward, but very functional and very helpful. So again, you can do this with some upper limb support if you need some help to push off, or for a bit more of a challenge, you can cross your arms over. Very good. Okay, we can put the chair away. Put that one there. I'm going to move on to some mini lunges. Just putting one foot forward, doing a little lunge, doesn't have to be very deep. Just again, getting that knee joint moving and strengthening the muscles in your legs. Very good. Okay, and one of the amazing things about getting that joint moving is it actually produces more synovial fluid. So the lubrication in the joint. So you get more fluid the more you move that joint. That also helps manage some of the pain in the knee. Okay, doing really well. Okay, and the last one you can do if you have a step. So I've got a step stool here, but obviously if you have a step at home or something that's a bit wider, that's a lot better than one of these. But this is just to demonstrate what it would look like. Okay, just going to step up and step back down. And again, you don't have to keep pace with me. You can go at your own pace. You might need to go a little bit slower. Or you might be comfortable going a bit faster. And again, you can change legs. So the leg that you're leading with is really going to get the most out of this exercise because it's going to push you up onto here and then back down. Okay, well done. Grab a drink and we're going to come back and finish off with a few more examples of more complex exercises you can do with the stairs and some that we can do lying down. So another great exercise that you can do on the stairs, which I've seen help many patients before get some more movement in their knee, is just doing a little bit of a lunge. So you want to put the leg that's affected up on the stair. And then what you're going to do is just lean forward, getting the movement in your knee, and then coming back. Just gently leaning forward, getting that bend, and coming back. So this is a really good exercise to reduce stiffness, and you can really go at your own pace and stop when you feel comfortable, because you've got so much control of where that knee is going. Okay. Leaning forward and back. Leaning forward and back. Beautiful. Okay, so these last sets of exercises are going to be performed lying down, so you can do this at the start of the day or at the end of the day, and they're just a little bit more low-key than some of the standing exercises. So something that you can do when you're trying to exercise to manage your knee pain is just take it at your own speed, at your own pace. You can do these exercises broken up throughout the day, or you can do them all together if you're comfortable. But it is really about finding an amount and an exercise that works for you. Sometimes people find exercising on a stationary bike or in the water are a bit easier to do because you've got a bit more support in the water with the buoyancy, and on the stationary bike with the pedals. So you've got a bit more movement already happening. So here are some exercises that you can do when you're lying down in bed that you can try and work into your daily routine. So the first exercise is called a bridge. So essentially you bring your heels back and we're just going to lift your bottom off bed, just like this. So lifting your bottom up and back down. And this is working the muscles in your bottom and in your hips, and they're really key for standing up. Beautiful. From here, you can drop one leg down and then just lifting it straight up in the air. So this is a lying version of that exercise that we did before, the seated straight leg raise. Okay. You can do both legs. Great. Another really helpful exercise that you can do lying down is just sliding your heel up towards your bottom. And this is really good just to get your knee bending And again, you've just got a lot of control over how far you bring your knee up. If you're having a little bit of trouble getting your knee a bit further, you can use your other leg to help. Or you can also use a towel or a scarf to help slide it up a bit further. Okay, very good. All right, so the final one you're going to need, you can use a foam roller like I've got here, but you can also just roll up a towel into the shape. It doesn't have to be too fancy. And I'm just going to pop that under your knee, the towel, and then just straightening out your knee. So pressing your knee into the roller and straightening out your leg. So you're just going to get that little bit of lift off of the bed, and that's what you're aiming for. You don't want to lift your whole leg here, you just want to straighten out that little bit. And again, this is just going to help strengthen all those muscles that are surrounding the joints, get the joint moving, and help reduce any pain that's there. Beautiful. Okay, so those are the exercises that you can perform lying down. So they've done a lot of research on how many times you have to repeat these exercises to start getting the benefits. And they found that for strength exercises, they need to be repeated about 3 times a week, and each exercise needs to be repeated 3 lots of 8 to 10 times. So that's for those strengthening exercises that we've seen here today. But of course, that may not work for everybody, and it's really important to have an individualized plan. And so that's where a physio comes in and can really help you tailor that exercise program to what works for you. And that might involve starting small, finding something that you can manage with your own knees, and strategies to manage your knee pain prior to exercising, and then really getting into that program, getting started, finding your footing, and learning then how to be independent with that program later on. So those are some great examples of exercises that you can use to help manage your knee pain. Thanks for watching and joining me in these exercises for your knee pain. If you would like any more advice, or you would like to get in contact with a physio from the Physio Co, we would love to help you create a personalized exercise program to manage your knee pain and just help with whatever goal you want to achieve, or those tasks that you might be struggling with. We would love to help. So please contact us here at the Physio Co through the website, or call our friendly support office, and we'd love to get in touch with you. Have a great day.